What's up guys, welcome to the Chess Giant. This is Solomon Riddell, and in today's video we're going to be going over a short little game but with quite the matchup between Bill Gates and Magnus Carlsen as they played against one another in a 2014 television exhibition. And here Bill Gates, playing with white, had 2 minutes on the clock, and Magnus Carlsen, playing as black, only had 30 seconds in this game. Gates started off with e4, and now from Carlsen we see the Nimzowitsch Defense with knight c6, and after knight f3, Carlsen wastes no time fighting for the center of the board with the move d5. Now here Gates played bishop d3, which I actually think is a slight mistake. I think better than bishop d3 was e takes d5, and after queen takes d5, playing knight c3, attacking the queen on d5, and next this bishop on f1 will be able to come to b5 and put some pressure on that knight on c6. I really do like white's position here. But as mentioned, Gates played bishop d3. It's not a losing move, but it definitely gives white a cramped position. There is a cumulative effect here, as the pawn on d2 can't move because the bishop is there, and because the pawn on d2 can't move, the bishop on c1 can't get out, and because the bishop can't get out, the rook on a1 cannot get out. So just by playing a little bishop d3 move, all of a sudden half of white's pieces are not able to get into the game as quickly as they would have if Bill Gates just took on d5 and eventually brought the bishop to c4 or b5, putting pressure on that knight. And now Carlsen faced an interesting decision. He could have took on e4, but after bishop takes e4, that bishop would have been very active. So here Carlsen goes with knight f6, keeping it so that this bishop on d3 is a little awkwardly placed, and by playing knight f6 is now double attacking e4 with the knight on f6 and the pawn on d5. So here Gates wisely takes on d5, and after queen takes d5, plays knight c3. Carlsen again wastes no time playing queen h5, putting some pressure on that knight on f3. And here Bill Gates castled, but I think a very interesting move here for white is knight b5 attacking the pawn on c7, and there's really no easy way for black to defend this. Queen e5 doesn't work because the knight would just take the queen, and if knight d5, we have c4 attacking the knight. So this is a very interesting move. I think probably the best option for black is to defend it with the king, with king d8, and following a move like bishop e2, we now have bishop g4, and here black has a slight advantage in development, but also the king on d8 is definitely a little bit exposed. So there's a little bit of a give and take here, but I would personally prefer playing white here, and I think that this king on d8 is very prone to attack if played correctly by white here. But Bill Gates didn't go with knight b5 and instead went with the safe move, castle kingside, and now from Carlsen we see bishop g4 attacking the knight on f3. And here after h3 from Gates, I think the best move, and it's not even close, is bishop takes f3. I think this is what Carlsen usually would play, but keep in mind guys, he had 30 seconds. And it's not just that he didn't see that this wasn't the best move, he only had 30 seconds to win this game. So he really had to try and get Bill Gates into a mating net. And so we see knight e5 here from Magnus Carlsen. Now, Bill Gates correctly takes the bishop on g4. Why is this the best move? Well, as you guys can see, we have a queen, a bishop, and a knight, all putting pressure on the knight on f3. So taking on g4 is practically forced. But now, after knight f takes g4, it's only move 8 in this game, and Bill Gates actually has a 1 position against the current world chess champion if he simply plays the move rook e1. Why would rook e1 be the best move? Well, black's threat is to play knight takes f3 with the idea of after queen takes f3, playing queen h2, and this would usually be checkmate, but as you guys can see, the rook gave the king some wiggle room. And now after king f1, white has a completely won game here, an active rook, an active queen, an active bishop, and on top of all that, this king on e8 is in major trouble. White is going to go on to win this game very quickly. But here, guys, Gates missed that rook e1 idea, giving the king some breathing room, and instead played knight takes e5, in which Carlsen was now able to play queen h2 with checkmate, game over. If you'd like to see where Magnus Carlsen ranks in my top 5 chess players of all time, click the video to the left. If you'd like to explore more Grandmaster games, click the playlist to the right. Leave a comment to let me know what other videos you'd like to see covered on this channel, and as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.